The silence between us is more painful than any argument we ever had. I can't help but wonder if you're ever thinking about what we had, or if I'm just a passing memory now. I thought we had something worth holding to, but now I'm left with nothing but unanswered questions. Every day I wait, hoping you'll reach out, but all I hear is the echo of my own thoughts. It feels like you've built a wall between us, and I'm left on the outside, longing to understand why. I thought we were stronger than this, but now it feels like I'm fighting for something you've already let go of. I keep waiting for you to come back, but every moment without you feels like forever. I can't help but feel like I'm invisible to you now, even though I once meant so much. The silence doesn't just hurt, it leaves me wondering if I've done something wrong or if you've simply moved on. You used to be my first thought when I woke up, and now I'm left in the cold, waiting for a sign. It's hard to accept that the person I cared for most now barely acknowledges my existence. I never imagined a day would come when I'd feel like a stranger to you. I can't shake the feeling that I've been replaced, left behind like an old memory you no longer need. The distance between us is more than physical. It's an emotional chasm I can't seem to cross. I keep replaying our last moments together, trying to understand where it all went wrong. I never thought your absence would become so overwhelming, yet here I am, lost without you. It's like I've been erased from your life, and all I can do is wonder what happened to the person I once was to you. Every day that passes without your words feels like a reminder of how much we've lost. I keep reaching out, but it's like I'm speaking to a void. No reply, no recognition. You used to be the one I couldn't imagine living without, and now you're someone I can't even get a response from. I'm left here wondering if I ever meant as much to you as you once meant to me. The silence is louder than any argument we ever had, and it hurts more than words can describe. I never expected that the person who once knew me best would now be the one who barely notices me. It feels like I'm clinging to a memory of you while you've already moved on without a second thought. The emptiness of your silence makes me wonder if our connection was ever as deep as I believed. I keep hoping that one day you'll remember me and all that we shared, but that day feels further away each time. Your silence is suffocating, and I can't escape the feeling that you've forgotten everything about us. I never thought I'd be in a place where I'm fighting for your attention, but here I am. I can't believe how much I miss you, even though it seems like you've moved on without a care. I keep asking myself why I'm still waiting for you to acknowledge me, but no answers ever come. Every word you don't say feels like a dagger to my heart, a reminder of the distance that's growing between us. I never imagined that the silence would become my new reality, and yet here I am, stuck in it. It feels like you've shut me out, and all I want is to understand why. I keep waiting for you to turn around and see me again, but all I get is more silence. I'm not sure which hurts more, the fact that you're ignoring me or the fact that I still care. I thought we were building something real, but now it feels like I'm just another ghost in your past. The silence is so loud, and I can't help but feel like I'm screaming for your attention, but you're not listening. I keep wondering what I did to deserve this kind of treatment when all I ever wanted was to be close to you. You used to be my everything, and now it feels like you've become a stranger who won't even acknowledge my existence. Every day without you feels like a step further from the person I used to be when we were together. I can't help but feel like I'm fading into the background of your life, a memory you've left behind. It's hard to accept that the person I once relied on is now someone who barely notices me. I keep replaying the moments when everything felt perfect, and now I'm left wondering how we got here. The hardest part is not knowing why you're ignoring me, but still hoping for a chance to make things right. I never thought I'd feel like I'm chasing after something that's no longer there, but that's how it feels now. It's painful to watch someone you once cared about move on while you're still stuck in the past, longing for what was. I thought we had a future, but now it feels like you've closed the door on everything we could have been. Every day that passes without a word from you feels like I'm losing a part of myself I'll never get back. I keep waiting for the moment when everything will make sense, but it feels like that moment may never come. The silence between us speaks louder than any words we ever shared. I never imagined that the distance between us would grow so wide. I keep waiting for you to notice, but it seems like you've already moved on. It's heartbreaking to see someone you cared for slip away without even a goodbye. I can't help but wonder where everything went wrong when I thought we were fine. The hardest part isn't the silence, but the feeling of being forgotten. I never thought I'd be in this place where your presence feels like a distant memory. It's strange how someone who once meant so much can now be a stranger in your life. You used to be my first thought in the morning, but now you're just a distant echo. I wonder if you even notice the space between us, growing wider with each passing day. Being ignored by you is like watching someone walk away without turning back. I keep trying to figure out where things fell apart, but all I get is silence. I never thought I'd be the one reaching out while you turn away. It's hard to accept that the person I trusted the most is now the one I can't reach. The worst part about being ignored is that you're left with all the unanswered questions. I can't help but feel lost in a place where your absence weighs heavier than your presence. It feels like you've erased me from your life, and I'm left wondering why. The silence isn't just quiet, it's filled with all the things left unsaid. I keep hoping you'll notice me again, but it feels like you've already moved on. I didn't expect this kind of distance between us, especially not after everything we shared. You were my constant, and now I'm trying to understand why you're not here anymore. Every moment of silence between us is another reminder of what we've lost. I can't help but wonder if you ever think about what we once had. Sometimes I think the hardest part is pretending to be okay when deep down I miss you. The space between us feels so vast, yet I still remember when it felt like we were inseparable. I never thought your absence would leave such a huge hole in my heart. I'm trying to move forward, but I can't stop thinking about why you chose to ignore me. I never imagined that our once perfect connection could fade into nothingness. The silence is deafening, and I can't help but feel like I'm screaming inside. It's not the silence that hurts. It's the feeling of being forgotten. I keep asking myself if you ever think about me the way I think about you. You've become a stranger to me, and I don't know how that happened. I thought we had something real, but now I'm left wondering if it was all just in my head. I keep replaying everything in my mind, hoping to find the reason why you're avoiding me. It's hard to keep pretending that everything's fine when you've made me feel invisible. I wish I could understand why things changed so suddenly between us. I feel like I've been pushed out of your life without any explanation or closure. I never thought I'd be the one left behind, struggling to make sense of your silence. It's like you're fading away, and I can't do anything to stop it. I never imagined you would become someone who I now feel so distant from. The space between us feels endless, and I don't know how to bridge it. I keep trying to reach you, but it's like I'm shouting into the void. You've gone quiet, and I'm left wondering if I ever meant anything to you. I thought we were in this together, but now I'm left alone in this silence. I can't shake the feeling that you've already moved on, leaving me behind in your wake. It feels like you've taken everything with you, leaving only the silence behind. I thought we had something special, but now I'm left questioning everything. The hardest part of this silence is knowing that I'll never have the answers I need. You used to be my world, and now I'm trying to figure out how I became invisible. I wish I could turn back time and ask you why you started ignoring me. You were once my safe place, but now I'm lost in the emptiness you left behind. It's painful to know that someone you cared about no longer cares to speak to you. Every day that goes by without your response is another piece of me that fades away. I can't understand why someone who meant so much to me now feels like a distant memory. I keep wondering if you found someone else to fill the space I once occupied. The silence is so loud, and I can't figure out if you're just being quiet or if you've already forgotten me. I wish you'd just tell me what happened instead of leaving me in this painful uncertainty. It hurts more than I expected to be ignored by someone I once shared everything with. I'm trying to heal, but your silence makes it harder than I ever thought it would be. I never wanted this kind of distance, but now I'm left wondering if it's even possible to get back to where we were.